Terrícolas, ¿cómo están? Soy yo, su amigo Tero El Reportero, y me encuentro nada más y nada menos que en el Zonte, en donde hace poco Max Keiser y su esposa Stacy Herbert acaban de dar una charla acerca del Bitcoin en conmemoración a sus 19 años de pareja. Aquí les presentaré parte de esta charla que estos Bitcoiners, esta pareja de Bitcoiners que han visitado El Salvador y que por cierto están en el proceso de nacionalizarse. Ellos quieren ser salvadoreños y entonces están viviendo pues desde hace algunos meses aquí en el Zonte, en El Salvador. Así que vamos a escuchar y les voy a traducir, porque todo fue en inglés, parte de lo que dijeron y de la experiencia que se vivió en esta corta charla de Mole.
You know, we love being here, and it's a remarkable country. It's a small country. I have to say, it's interesting to be in a country the size of most of the cities we've lived in: London, Paris, New York, and the love of the people is extraordinary as well. It's an extraordinary crowd. You know, I always say Bitcoin plus Bukele equals boom time in El Zonte and El Salvador and tourism. And having a place for all of us. Look at the love you have all around you. You know, we're all Bitcoiners, and I think it's Bitcoin is for lovers of economic freedom, but it's just for lovers. And it's extraordinary today as we all meet. Not only on Max and I on our 19th anniversary, but when you look over on Twitter, if you look at the fiat news, what do you see? War, like ready for thermonuclear war over what? Like because you can't taper your fucking Ponzi scheme and you bad debts? Well, you know what? We're Bitcoiners here. We don't want your fucking wars. Like it doesn't matter what country you're from, and there's people from all over the world here today. We don't want to fight each other because we want to just hodl our fucking Bitcoin and like leave us alone, right? Yeah. So, I think right now is a good time to call down Max Keiser. You all know and love Max Keiser, and
so far. Bitcoin was designed to be attacked. So don't fear the attacks. We won the attacks. We won the IMF. We won all these rating agencies like Fitch to downgrade El Salvador because they're going to get their ass kicked. Yeah. They're going to get a boot up their ass because they're the legacy system. Because it's all fiat money, and all fiat money goes away, and all fiat money, and then it's zero. So here's the deal. We're here now because, of course, this country made Bitcoin legal tender. This was an inevitability. We've been speculating for years, and we talked to the folks in London about this 10 years ago. We talked to the folks at the Isle of Man about it. There are a couple of other countries kind of were sniffing around and saying maybe Bitcoin is something we should experiment with. And then finally, President Bukele, give it up for Bukele! I've got Bukele the Super Bowl, by the way. You don't change Bitcoin, Bitcoin changes you. Woo! So that's one of the things you see in this country. The president is a Bitcoiner, hardcore Bitcoiner, and having met him. And for 40 years now, this dance with the Fed is pathetic. It's almost the same garbage. Tens of trillions of debt that they can speak about. So, of course, this is the title of this event is Bitcoin is for Lovers
of Economic Freedom.
And I will say something, I will relay to you the conversation that we had yesterday with the president of this country, which are words I wasn't expecting to say. We were talking about Bitcoin, of course, and I put forward, some of my philosophy of Bitcoin on the table to see how this all worked out, see what kind of reaction I would receive. So, in my view, Bitcoin, because it's unconfiscatable, there's no way that you can coerce your wealth. You can't steal it, you can't grab it, it's unconfiscatable. So it demonetizes war, it demonetizes violence. Because, typically war and violence is all about grabbing somebody else's shit and running away with it. But if that shit is unconfiscatable, you're going to have to come up with something else. And that something else is going to be peaceful, it's going to be altruistic, it's going to be mutually beneficial. We're about to enter a new period where war and violence are demonetized, de-escalated. Right? And what rushes in to fill that empty spot? Love. Love. We are essentially creatures of love. And Bitcoin, as it demonetizes war and violence, makes room in our souls and our consciousness for love, and that love, as a monetized commodity and element, has potential that we have yet seen as a species. We've seen it. But now imagine we are a network of 3 billion people on the Bitcoin standard. Then we as a species evolved to a new place, which I call the Bitcoin singularity. We're about to cross over, and we're about to join into one massive Bitcoin orgasm. If you thought sex was good, wait. Another 2 months. That massive Bitcoin singularity orgasm. Block number 847. We'll be the block, we all come. Together. And that's where Satoshi's come. I think the focus has got to be on these volcano bonds. So they're gonna have a pricing somewhere between March 15th and March 21st. And these bonds are going to be totally oversubscribed. They're going to be oversold. It's a $1 billion bond. They've got already indications well above $1 billion, what I understand. I believe that the U.S. dollar will go the way of all fiat money. Zero. We'll see what the market says. But in either case, he's going to be fucking rich. I know. Love is in the air. La, 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 la. 19 years of it. I would say more, but she would beat my ass.
Is the Keiser report coming
What's going on here? There's a goddamn brawl behind Stop and Destroy. Sir, I'm talking to that gentleman. You're next. Jesus! And I was talking to my wife, so this was conversational interruptus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out to see us. Those books are fresh. They just arrived. Happy to sign it or whatever if you want.
They're for sale over there, and all proceeds go to Hope House.
The proceeds go to Hope House, which is the local Bitcoin meetup spot. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Have a good and more music to come. Wait. There she goes. Took your hat. You took mine. All right, music off.
Y bueno, te recuerdo así como despido este corto video aquí desde el Zonte, y les recuerdo que se suscriban a mi canal. Ahí abajito denle clic a suscribirse y también denle clic a la campanita para recibir una notificación de mi siguiente video. Y recuerden, te recuerdas que la felicidad no tiene rostro. ¡Salud!